First up, the rules. Rules and regulations. Rule number 1. When a mistake card states item card, do not go through the item cards. Continue to follow the storyline. Rule number 2. The storyline will say what to do after the story on the card is told. Those are the rules. This game is for educational purposes only. If it is used in a different manner of gameplay, that will not be acceptable. To start the game, read the first storyline card. To continue playing, continue the story. Have fun and learn something. Alright, so those were the rules and regulations. Next up, I will be showing you the characters one by one and something specific to each character after I show you the characters. So, this is Miss Clara. Miss Clara is the kind of main person in the game. Well, one of them. There's 4 characters. So Miss Clara is the teacher, science teacher. She handles the storyline cards. So she reads them to the rest of the group and everything. And she's kind of guiding the rest of the group. This is Amy. Amy is one of Clara's student helpers. And they roll the die whenever they are told to do so. This is the die. It's blue and green to kind of look a little like Earth, but it doesn't because stinking origami, am I right? This is Rio. He is also one of Miss Clara's student helpers, and he also gets to roll the dice when told to do so. Yippee! This is Mr. Lewis, a student teacher. His job is to keep the item cards and other objects safe. These are the item cards and other objects. That's my notes. Those are some maps and the item cards themselves. Those are the mission cards. Those are supposed to be the storyline cards, but that's the storyline right now. It's 2 pages, front and back. Yeah. Okay, so the storyline is kind of the driving force of the game itself. You start off by reading your issue, which is you are in the 24th century, which is, in my imagination, based all around like technology, and there's not really paperback anything anymore. Everything's done on a computer, and the school that Clara teaches at isn't using technology anymore, so she has to scrounge around for everything to teach her high school students plate tectonics. She is scrounging around to find the 3 different topics of continental drift, seafloor spreading, and plate tectonics. So kind of what it is like you read the first story card and then you read the mission cards. Mission cards have like different missions, like the first mission is to collect 3 books, the Continental Drift book, Seafloor Spreading, and Plate Tectonics. These books, Seafloor Spreading, Continental Drift, and the Plate Tectonic. So basically, like, there's tons of different missions, like there's find the Pangea map, or find your standard 7 continents map. There's we'll get to the last one. There's like find the different plate boundaries. There's find the different evidences, find Alfred Wegener. I can't pronounce that name. I'm very sorry for the mispronunciation. So that's kind of what it'll do. Also, when you're still on a mission card and you're collecting stuff, at the end of the storyline, it'll say Rio or Amy must roll a specific number. That's where the dice come in. So if it says roll a 3, he'd have to roll a 3. He'd have to roll the dice until he gets a 3. Or for Amy, if it was roll a 4, she'd have to roll the dice until she got a 4. And that's kind of the way it is throughout the entire book until it starts getting to the item cards. Once it gets to the item cards, you are searching through the book, the different books, for the different stuff. The first thing is the Continental Drift book. I will show you that. Then I will show you the seafloor spreading book and the plate tectonics book. And yeah, I'll also show you the maps and I'm trying to think and explain what I mean at the very, very end. I will show you. Okay, so here's my Continental Drift book. There's the cover. And first thing you see is Alfred Wegener and 3 different points on him. He, the theory of continental drift, he named Pangea and found 3 types of evidence. It does say that in the thing. Here's the definition of continental drift: the gradual movement of the continents. Oh, these pages are hard to turn. Here's one piece of evidence. And the last 2 pieces of evidence. And there's, oh, nothing on the page. And my sources. I included my sources per topic that I used in the books at the back of the book. So, here's my seafloor spreading book. Starts off with Henry Hess, proposed seafloor spreading, and then it states the planet's surface is moving. That's kind of what helps scientists determine how seafloor spreading helps the idea of continental drift. There's another point. Harry Hess used a depth zoner to measure the seafloor, and there's the definition of seafloor spreading: the formation of new areas or ocean crust. These are just kind of like notes of where they occur, of where seafloor spreading occurs. These are the different ocean ridges that I found in my research. That is what the seafloor is, or looks like. And then my sources for seafloor spreading. And yes, this is the same in all 3 books. I did use pieces from this in all 3 books. And you can see it says brain pop. Yeah, I was on my laptop, searched up brain pop and decided, you know what, we've got really good information, let's use it in my project. Anyway, moving on, this is my plate tectonics book. So, the first thing you see is the definition, a theory explaining the structure of Earth's crust. And then you see the different plate boundaries. So divergent plate boundary, there's the convergent plate boundary, transform plate boundary, and then I believe I have on this page natural disasters that happen because of plate tectonics. And my sources, only 2, not 3, because I couldn't find another source that didn't have the same information. These are my maps. That's the plate tectonic, Pangea, and your standard 7 continents. Your item cards, it's just basically everything else. Oh, dang it. So that's the roll sheet. What I mean by that is on the last page, it says this, and here it says, yay, you have completed the